Bethlehem is a land of devotion, a land witness to many religious episodes, and a land where Jesus was born. Join me in this Holy Week special of my YouTube channel as I traversed through time by seeing the most holy sites on earth for Christians. A walk in the streets of Bethlehem. Bethlehem is best known for Christians as the birthplace of Jesus. Mary and Joseph traveled from Nazareth in order to satisfy an imperial command that all individuals return to their ancestral towns, that all the world should be taxed. On their way, Mary gave birth to Jesus in a manger, and that same night an angel appeared to announce the birth of Jesus. This place is now known as Beit Sahur.
And in this area where the shepherds were kept watch over their flocks at night, and the angel of God appeared to them, announcing them that the Messiah was born, and they have to follow the star to see the baby laid in a manger. So this site we call it Shepherd's Field. Here, nobody knows the precise location where the angel appeared to the shepherds. It was somewhere in this area. So here we are in the Shepherd's Field. If you look at the shape of the building, it looks like a shepherd's tent. I mentioned that the shepherds used to live in caves even, but when they want to travel from a place to another place, they need a tent. And if you look at the holes on the dome here, the glass holes, he put it here during the day at noontime when the sun is vertical. When you come to this chapel, you can see the sunlight entering into the church, giving the sense of the halo of the angel who appeared to the shepherds. So here, this chapel, we call it the Chapel of the Angels. And we don't have masses here in this chapel. The masses here in the caves and in the fields around this chapel. Okay. We will see one or two of these caves after. When Constantine declared Christianity as the official religion for the Byzantine Empire, the monks, they used to live in these caves until they built their first monastery on the top of these caves. So here you have to imagine that these stones are not here. It's the foundation of the monastery. So this stone is it's limestone. Sorry. The limestone it's very soft. So here you can say it was the natural part of the cave, and because the limestone is soft, it was easy for them to cut more rooms inside the cave. So this part they cut it in the rock to make a space in the cave. But here we have a fence. Depending on the topography, they make it. So in the city centers, it's concrete, where we have cars. Here, it's fields. They open the street and they make the fence. This street is only for the military. It's for military uses. So this street runs all the way to the Bethlehem. You can see the curvy street there. That street, curvy street. At the end, it will link with the concrete wall.
This is the wall. Nandito ako sa may side ng Palestine. Sa kabilang side naman is yung side ng Israel. They make some cool graffiti work of arts. But these are not just walls. This is the boundary that separates these two opposing countries, Israel and Palestine. Stories about fighting, exchanging gunshots, and calls for justice can be heard and seen in these walls. Some walls are even scarred by gunshots, while most of its part portrays call for justices. Over many years, conflict between these two countries arises from time to time. Our next stop was the Church of Nativity. Today, Bethlehem is a land occupied by mostly Muslims, which is very ironic since it is the birthplace of Jesus, However, millions of Christians visit and try to see this place at least once in their lifetime. Inside the Church of Nativity, I saw the actual place of the manger where Jesus was born.
Advent is a journey towards Bethlehem. May we let ourselves be drawn by the light of God made man by Pope Francis.
Today, it is converted as a church. The Greek Orthodox, Armenians, and Latin Catholics share ownership of the church. Reason being why Christmas is celebrated in 3 different occasions in this church. There are 3 main areas you can visit inside the church: the Basilica of Nativity, the Grotto, and St. Catherine Church. The Basilica of Nativity is well decorated, well maintained, and feels so serene inside. There are pillars, paintings, chandeliers, and a very high ceiling which makes up the feeling that you are out of this world.
Paintings on the pillars, the oil paintings here. These are oil paintings, and it was covered with wax from the 12th century too. It's for Eastern saints and Western saints. This was to show the unity between the Eastern Church and the Western Church. And the most important feature here in the Orthodox churches is the wall of icon. The wall of icons, or they call it the icon stars, is the most important feature, where they believe that it should be a separation between the Holy of Holiness and the people outside. It's like the temple.
The grotto is the actual spot where Jesus was born. It is marked with white marble with a 14-point star. Inside the star is a hole wherein you can see a stone inside, which is believed to be the original stone where Mary laid while giving birth.
She's smiling, calm smile. In all the icons, Mary, she's feeling sad because of the crucifixion of Jesus. Like Mary of Jerusalem behind you. Look at this icon. Mary of Jerusalem. Here, this is Mary of Bethlehem. It's the only icon that you can see Virgin Mary smiling. And it was a present from Russian Empress, her name Catherine the Great. Catherine the Great. And if you look at the material of the icon, it was made from her own cloth. The cloth of the Empress. These are offerings from the Russian tourists, pilgrims.
And St. Catherine Church is the most modern of these 3. This is where Christmas Midnight Mass is being held every Christmas Eve. Walking inside the Church of Nativity gave me goosebumps all over my body. Just imagine touching a portion of Jesus' past, seeing all these places with your own eyes, and hearing all the stories that were passed down from generations to generation with your own ears. It is indeed an experience of a lifetime.